Oh yeah, brew video. This is about boba. A girl drank 2 bubble teas a day, and this is how her body shut down. 2 a day.
Walking down a busy street on a warm, sunny afternoon
That's quite a bit.
after a tiring day, you're craving something refreshing. Suddenly, you see it, a colorful bubble tea shop, beckoning you in. You order your favorite flavor, excitedly.
Bro, boba be pretty good. Like 2 a day actually sounds pretty nice. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm thirsty and that sounds bussin', but brother, actually I could get behind this. Except for a problem I have with boba is they put too many pearlies. Like a lot of places I go, I get like no drink and it's just like pearl. It's just nothing but pearl. I don't want that.
Watching as the server fills the cup with
Like it feels like I just got a cup of blueberry or something.
chewy tapioca pearls, quick swirl of flavor, ice, and sweet, milky tea. You take that first satisfying sip, completely unaware of the dangers lurking within each delicious gulp. But did you know that beneath this innocent-looking cup of bubble tea, the wildly popular drink that has taken the world by storm, lies a silent killer? Whether it's the sweet deception of sugar content, the unsuspecting chewy choking hazards, or another hidden danger lying in wait, maybe bubble tea isn't as refreshing as we thought.
I feel like it's a unique drink. And I feel like a boba is not an everyday thing. I feel like this is like a once every other week or like once a week type thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is just me. Like it feels like just like a. I don't know. There's so many other things I'd rather have. Like it is good, but there's just so many things better. Like you gotta, you can go down to the horchata, the Jamaica. You got all sorts of like, you can go get a soda. You can go get a Powerade, Gatorade, or whatever the fuck. I'd probably drink some of those before I drink some of this. Not Gatorade and Powerade, but like horchata and shit like that. Shit, get me on that. That's my shit. That's my
May
shit.
2020, an 18-year-old teenager in China developed an insatiable craving for bubble tea. The weather was getting hot in Shanghai, and for an entire month, she unknowingly set herself on a dangerous path downing the icy drinks, sometimes even drinking 2 of the sweet beverages a day. The girl felt increasingly more thirsty over the days and continued to drink more bubble tea as well as some soft drinks to quench this newfound thirst. But something was feeling off. She was getting nauseous and uncomfortable, having to make bathroom trips more often, until one day she collapsed in her home. The teenager's unconscious body was found by her worried family and rushed to Shanghai's Ruijin Hospital. When medical staff measured her blood sugar, they found it dangerously high, having skyrocketed to 25 times the normal
Holy
level due to
shit.
the massive sugar intake
Sugar.
from her bubble tea
Holy
habit.
shit.
The teenager, dubbed Bubble Tea Girl by the internet, had slipped into a coma from hyperglycemia, high blood sugar levels. But
Jesus.
was this just a freak accident, or is this a more common situation than we might think? The summer prior to Bubble Tea Girl's hospitalization,
I don't really like listen to the news or like look at websites or like spend too much time on the TikToks and shit like that. I have no fucking idea like what's happening to people other than like the people other than me. So, but I could believe it, brother. Like the amount of like high sugar shit out there is insane. Like you gotta, like you got milkshakes, you got smoothies. You know what I mean? Like there's just all sorts of shit out there.
a 16-year-old boy in Hangzhou
These
was
restaurants
going
go
through a
crazy.
similar predicament. Xiao Ying was hurried into the ER with a high fever and his blood sugar levels measuring 124 millimoles per liter, about 20 times higher than average. The teenager had a daily habit of drinking bubble tea and had suddenly started to feel extremely thirsty, even though he was drinking excessive amounts of water, feeling restless and quite nauseous. By the time he lost consciousness, the situation was dire. In the hospital, his worried parents revealed that the teen drank milk tea and soda daily, and since he ate copious amounts of snacks like fried food and barbecue, but
Yikes.
still felt hungry, they had just assumed he was growing. Both teenagers were diagnosed with a condition called diabetic ketoacidosis, or DKA for short, a serious condition when there's not enough insulin being produced in your body to help lower the extreme amounts of sugar in the blood in order to process it to energy. Without enough insulin, the body starts breaking down fats as an emergency fuel source. The liver processes the fat into ketones, which normally only ever happens when your body hasn't had a meal for an extended period of time. However, With DKA, fat is broken down too rapidly for the body to process. The ketones build up to dangerous levels in your bloodstream, causing your blood to become more acidic and, if untreated, can lead to dehydration, a coma, and in severe cases, death. Xiaoying's doctors pointed out that DKA was very difficult to manage, transferring the teenager to the ICU. However, the teenagers weren't the only ones who got their lives in jeopardy from drinking bubble tea. Another bizarre case from 2019 in Zhejiang involves a 14-year-old girl dubbed Xiaoshen, experiencing agonizing abdominal pain, severe bloating, and constipation. When she finally dragged herself to the hospital after being unable to eat or have a bowel movement for several days, her painful ordeal alerted doctors to investigate the cause. Dr. Zhang Luwei, the primary physician on Xiaoshen's case, was shocked when he ordered an abdominal CT scan and ended up discovering small, circular objects filling the girl's entire...
Bro, what the fuck? It looks like her body's like rotting. Or like she's full of fucking... I don't know. Huh?
her digestive system. There were over 100
There's a bunch of rocks in her or something.
of the granular, high-density shadows visible on the scan. Incredulous, he questioned the girl about whether she had somehow eaten anything indigestible recently. Xiaoshen stammered that she had 1 glass of bubble tea 5 days ago. It seemed that the shadows were tapioca pearls lodged inside her gastrointestinal tract. When Xiaoshen's CT scan went viral, many health professionals were skeptical about the case. In an interview with Live Science, Dr. Lena Filipez, pediatric gastroenterologist, said that the ingredients in bubble tea like tapioca and common additives like guar gum are radiopaque, which means they wouldn't show up on CT scans or X-rays, and that a possible explanation might be an uncommon additive in the bubble tea's tapioca pearls that could have helped them show up as shadows on the CT scan. On the other hand, Dr. Zhang suspected Xiaoshen hadn't exactly been honest about the amount of bubble tea she drank in order to hide the truth from her parents who were right there in his office with her. He noted that she might have accumulated the amount of bubble tea pearls over a period of time, that it was probably not only 1 cup. For
That's definitely
Xiaoshen's
possible.
He ended up prescribing
I've definitely pulled that move a couple times.
laxatives to expel the undigested pearls.
Like the dentist be like, did you brush your teeth before you came here, or did you floss before you came here? And I'd be like, no. Of course I fucking did. Like, what the fuck? Yes. Of course.
So, are tapioca pearls really hard to digest? They're not supposed to be. Tapioca is essentially
brushed my
starch
teeth twice
extracted
before I
from
went to
cassava
sleep.
root with negligible amounts of protein and other
came ready.
nutrients. According to a 2009 comparative analysis
Which isn't good.
studying different
Apparently,
crops,
I don't know.
cassava is actually one of the most easily digestible root vegetable-derived starches. However, Xiaoshen wasn't the only person who had difficulty digesting bubble tea. In January 2020, a 13-year-old boy in China's Henan province underwent emergency surgery to remove 2 large lumps of undigested tapioca pearls from his intestines. He had consumed just 2 cups of bubble tea, so not exactly what you consider a copious amount. And a CT scan from a separate case in Tainan, Taiwan might have solved the CT scan mystery. September 2017, an 18-year-old girl got into a traffic accident. Doctors in the emergency department of National Zhonggang University Hospital requested a non-contrasted CT scan of the patient's abdomen to confirm a liver laceration, but accidentally stumbled across something else. They had found bubble tea pearls clearly visible in the girl's stomach and her duodenum, the first section of the small intestine. They found out
it looked like a pomegranate.
And her duodenum, the first section of the small intestine. They found out that the patient had drank a cup of bubble tea 3 hours prior to the accident and reported their findings in the Journal of Acute Medicine due to the unusual circumstances, concluding that boba pearls should be considered as a possible explanation for the pearl-like lesions being visible in these types of scans. Fortunately for Xiaoshen, the laxatives did work. She was able to pass the pearls, ending her painful ordeal instead of having to undergo...
Wait, she passed all the pearls? Wait, that sounds kind of wild. Wait, so like, what, these people ain't chewing on the tingy? I never finish all the pearls. Like, everywhere I go, they just give you too much. I want the milk tea. And a little bit of pearls. It's like ice. I only like a little bit. Not too much, man. Chill out. Chill out.
Surgery to remove the blockage as well. After 5 days in a coma, hooked up on a ventilator and dialysis machine, Bubble Tea Girl finally woke up. She vowed to never drink bubble tea again, losing 35 kilograms in under a month. Thankfully, Xiaoying also recovered, promising to change his lifestyle and dietary habits and start exercising. So
That's
how
good.
do we actually know when how much is too much?
Like, look at that. What the fuck? No shot you're eating all of these. No shot. Bro, like, take half of those out.
Do we actually know when how much
No
is too
shot.
much? A typical 16-ounce cup of bubble tea contains 38 grams of sugar, which exceeds the upper limit of added sugar intake recommended by the U.S. Dietary Guidelines Advisory
That's a
Committee.
classic.
So, if you're planning to have a cup of boba,
That's
you
a
might
fucking
want to
classic.
budget for it by lowering your sugar intake for other things you plan to eat, and also
Bro, most drinks, like, are insane. Like, Coke, Pepsi, this, tea, sweet tea. Brother, drinks are insane. I just stay, like, water. And then I get it, like, maybe a prime horchata, Jamaica, some shit like that. But even when I drink shit like that, that's, like, water-based, too. I didn't even think about that. But when I drink shit like that, I usually, like, only drink, like, I drink way less than anybody would. I, like, get, like, I'll pour some prime in a cup, like 25%, 35%, whatever, with some ice. Let the ice, like, water it down. And I'll put away the bottle and just drink that much drink for, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours. I don't really drink that much drink. I don't know. I like sweet shit, but usually I like eating sweets more than, like, drinking shit. I feel like when you drink the shit, the sugar adds up faster somehow, and it makes no sense. Like, I don't like it. So I just stick with the water instead, and then eat the sweetie treats.
ask for a lower amount of sugar, which is an option.
The drinks
in
just
most
go too
bubble tea
crazy.
Stores. If you find
They
that the
go too
chewy
crazy
pearls
sometimes.
cause some indigestion, consider foregoing them or choosing another topping in your drink, like pudding or grass jelly. But what happens if you're trying bubble tea?
What the fuck was that? Pudding?
Like pudding or grass jelly. But what happens if you're
What?
trying bubble tea for the first time? On April 29th, John Michael Race, a Texas
Give me sweet tea and I'm chugging. I mean, I want to, but, like, I always feel like shit, man. So I just, like, this shit's too much. This guy say grass jelly? Yeah, is it grass jelly and pudding? I've heard of grass jelly. I think it's just like it's like the Pearlies. It's some sort of gummy.
based TikToker was filming himself in his car trying boba tea for the first time after he found milk tea delicious and had to go back to the store for more. John was referring to it as baba and, with a confused chuckle, shook the tapioca pearls, believing
Baba. Of course he was from fucking Texas.
time after he found milk tea delicious and had to go back to the store
Baba.
for more. John was referring to it as baba and, with a confused
Baba.
chuckle, shook the tapioca pearls, believing they were meant to dissolve.
Milk tea is so good. She said I had to try the babas in it this time.
Babas.
So at the little,
Was he trolling?
she said
I can't
shake
tell.
it, and I think they're supposed to.
I
be
can't tell if he's
soft.
trolling.
But I'm obsessed. You just
Baba.
poke a hole in it. Oh, oh my god!
Bro. Oh my god, he's a fucking volcano.
You just
He didn't know? No shot he didn't know.
poke a hole in it.
What?
Oh, oh my god! I choked on something.
He's a volcano.
My car.
Bro, I can't tell if he's trolling. Like, the way he said boba. Like, that's funny. Boba. Bob, I can't even say it. And, like, the way he drank it.
My car.
Like, either he's for real, or he, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so bad.
John's TikTok video with the caption, "You're supposed to chew," apparently, exploded overnight, now sitting at 19 million views. While TikTokers were enthralled by
Amazing.
the absurdity of the situation and his genuine surprise at choking on the drink, making memes, and even a musical
Volcano.
remix on Twitter, was John's simple mistake so unexpected? In 2019, a 19-year-old college student in China was out with her brother to visit their friends and hang out. The siblings decided to stop by to get bubble tea, an obvious choice to get an icy drink on the sweltering last day of June. The duo headed to their friend's house, talking and laughing, when suddenly 3 of the tapioca pearls went down the wrong pipe, blocking
Oh.
the girl's trachea. Choking, the girl collapsed in front of her friend's house.
Bro, I've never thought about that. Bro, I never thought about that. Bro, imagine you're like smoking And like sometimes when you smoke, you go for like some water, and then you cough, and the water like goes in the airway. Imagine that happens, brother. I mean, you don't really have to imagine. He just kind of painted it out. Like, fuck. Ah, nah. I never thought of this being a thing. Like a pearl just going in the other tube.
House, leaving her stunned
Oh,
brother
nah.
and friend to call for medical help. On the
Oh,
way to the hospital,
nah.
her hands were already turning black from a lack of oxygen, and she fell
Oh.
into a coma. Medical professionals tried resuscitating the girl as soon as she arrived at the hospital,
Jesus.
but it was too late. But could a bubble tea sip truly pose a choking risk? The Federal Institute for Risk Management in Germany wrote a report about this in 2012, cautioning parents about the aspiration accident risk and how children, especially under the age of 4, could get the bubbles sucked into their lungs. They advised that if they absolutely had to taste it, a good solution would be to skip the straw. So,
Spoon.
what about adults, like John? John embraced his unexpected internet fame gracefully. A couple days after his first TikTok, he ended up filming a sequel, his second encounter with boba tea. This time, there was no mess. He smiles at the camera and offers a simple but critical advice to his audience, a lesson he learned the hard way. Chew and swallow.
Sit down.
Yeah. It's good. It's good advice, yeah.
Chew and swallow.
The next time you're tempted to indulge in bubble
Good
tea,
advice.
remember, as always, moderation is key. Being more mindful about what you consume and how it affects your body would help understand what works for you. Otherwise, you might find a bitter dose of reality. Wouldn't that really suck?
Right. What's the thing?
You'd like to find out how...
Huh? Wait. Where's the pole? There's no pole. Oh. Well, that sucks. Well, that was interesting. Kind of spooky. Brew out here always ruining the things that we like. You love to see it.